Hey everybody, Isaac. Welcome in this new episode of Juno Live. I did not took my huge vibing glasses because otherwise I would not see anything. But yeah, let's start this special episode where we're gonna try to actually vibe code an application using Juno. And yeah, so it's gonna be a bit special. Maybe not gonna work at all. Maybe it's gonna. Let's see. I started working last week on providing some LLM friendly documentation so that you can potentially vibe code things, but also just use an LLM to better understand the Juno documentation when you do anything. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how it works. So on the website, if you go there, you're gonna find in guides a new AI section. So I'm really I'm iterating a lot those days about the doc and blah blah blah. I'm no expert, but I understand it's basically like a sitemap XML or robots.txt format for LLM, and it's basically providing a markdown file where you say, okay, that's my name, that's the description, and those are the section. And if we look at Juno, how it applies is we have now on the website a file that links all the section, and we also have like one big chunk of file that is basically all the documentation of Juno in a single file. And if we have a look at the content, for example, if I take this page here, if I add markdown at the end, you see I will have the doc at markdown. So that means that every pages that we have at the doc are now generated in markdown, and we kind of have like a summary at the top that points to everything. And how do we apply that? So let's try to build something in Cursor. So what we have to do is I go to Cursor. No, I'm gonna do something else. I will create a folder first because I'm not a Cursor expert, but I always get lost and not in the right directory. So I'm gonna do Juno Live, and I will now open Cursor from here. This way I can run the command from Cursor and so on. All right. And here what we're gonna do is I do what's described here. So I go to the settings, and there is like, you see, there is like a doc chapter. And in that doc chapter here, there is crawl and index custom resources and developer docs. So what we do is I copy the llms.txt here, and I add it. You will find it. I give it a name that I can use when I do a query, and then it indexes with the last deployed status, and here I will add also the full one. Alright, and I just click refresh because I removed those before the call, so just to be sure. Yeah, you see now we have the time, just indexed it. Alright. So now we are set up, and we're gonna start to prompt. And let's create a restaurant website where there is an admin section, and I can log in the admin section, and in that admin section I can enter the menu, like the pieces of the menu. Yeah, I started watching the bear, so I'm like in a menu mood. So yeah, let's do so. So I want to create a website for my restaurant called The Rabbit. I want to use, let's use Next.js and shad CDN, which is like a UI kit. I want to use sharpen, and I want to get started with a Next.js official template. For the platform I want to use, and it's here where the trick is really important, is I should not just write Juno, because Cursor has absolutely no idea of what's Juno. But since we added Juno to the doc and the links to the doc, here I can actually type a @ and search for Juno. And you see here we have the two documentation that we added. So I'm gonna say for the platform I want to use Juno and a Juno full. The website should have an admin section where I can sign in and sign out to enter the menu. I serve lunch and dinner. No idea. Yeah, the website should really look great, of course. And yeah, let's go. Nice. Okay, so scaffold the next project, integrate CDN, I'm not sure about the pronunciation, set up Juno, set up local development, build the website structure, implement authentication, nice, menu management, polish the design. Let's start the project. First, let's scaffold a new blah blah blah. Would you like to use npm, yarn, or pnpm? Or should I proceed with npm as default? npm as default. All right, so okay, so that's not related to Juno, but I think that is create next app still correct? Next.js. Wait, yeah, it's still correct. Okay, so let's run that. Would you like to use slint? Yes. Would you like to yes? Yes. 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 Yeah, and I'm vibe coding, so I always answer yes, right? Okay, right. Would you like me to run the scaffold command for now? The command was run. Great. Okay, install shardn, blah 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 blah. Would you like to proceed with yes? Okay. Awesome. So, okay. So we install cdn, should be good. Now we install Juno core, and here you see there is a mistake, like he said install Juno CLI and initialize, but there is no npx Juno init, and that's wrong. That's something we will have to tell him to correct. So check out the Juno doc. There is no CLI command. I installed the CLI, but okay, great. So use Juno dev start to run the console UI. configure, create. So we create the file here. So did it or would you like me to setting autosync or do you want to sample? I create the Juno config. Did he create the file or not? Yeah, here, but it's not in the right folder. I think no. All right. Okay. But okay. First, let's focus. Okay. Open the Juno. Been created. Unit. No. First, let's focus on the front end. Right. I mean, this file, by the way, is correct, huh? So it's all good. And here it's still empty, so it has to generate that. I'm using the free edition, so I'm not sure if it's a bit slow because of that. Okay, I don't know what he's doing, so we're gonna stop and we're gonna say yes, initialize Juno in my Next.js app and set up authentication for the admin. Ah, okay, so he's doing that, right. Okay. Okay. Accept. Can you repeat the command to start developing to start locally the front? Okay, so blah blah blah. For the emulator, we run Juno dev start. Okay, Docker is not running. Alright, this will launch the local emulator at this address. So we go to this address and make sure has the correct local. So I know the answer, but I still gonna ask. How do I get a satellite ID? Okay, so we did that. We open this in our browser. We sign in with internet identity. Okay, in the console we create satellite. Yeah, okay, it's launch. Okay, we follow the prompt. The rabbit restaurant. And we copy the satellite here. Nice, really nice. Okay, so we take this and we go in the config and we put it here. Okay. Okay, and here I start the front end. It says that earlier, right? Here. Okay, so okay, that's, and in admin we should have, okay, nice. So in the front end that I get, oops, I think, yeah, I know what's the issue, but I want to see if it finds what's the problem. It's weird that sometimes it just generates nothing. Ah, okay. No. That's a cursor bug. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Okay. So here it should tell us that we should install it. Okay, it says that we should restart. That's weird. Ah, but yeah, you see, it's a bit. I think it doesn't run the command in the right folder. Is it possible? Okay, so now it generated, so that function get session doesn't exist. Yeah, that's better. Yes. So basically it has to use auth subscribe, and by default it didn't use it. Yeah. It's funny that it still use any Juno that is deprecated, but yeah. Accept. Alright, so now yes. Okay, finally. No, that's incorrect. Come on, pick the right one. No. Yes. Yes, finally. So what it does, he went to read the JS doc, and finally he can find what's the proper name of the function. Okay, blah blah blah. And now he's finally doing the proper flow. Okay. Okay. So here I know it doesn't work because it did not use the plugin to load the config. So I will take a note for that one and add some documentation for it. You see, I'm still doing some stuff. Okay. So here I give it a clue, huh? Is that correct? It's funny that it always does the same typo. Kind of fun. So, run. I'm not sure he ran that in the right folder, so I will do it also. I will. It's really buggy. Why you want to always do stuff in the window that is open? All right. Yeah, you see, it doesn't run that in the right folder. It's really funny. And okay, so okay, did it? Yeah, blah blah blah, do it. Ah, that. Why did it did that? Yeah, I don't know if anyone made some cursor rule. And yeah, j'ai un chat dans la gorge. I got a bit of a cold since last week. Okay, fuck. Sometimes I forget to click and stuff. Alright, so we are good. Start. Alright, so do we have a sign in? I'm gonna keep that open because I guess it's maybe not the last one. Here, and we have the sign in, sign out. Yeah, okay, super. So it's absolutely ugly. Can you make it beautiful using CDN? Some cool style like Airbnb or whatever. Cool design. Yeah, no. Please. Yeah, I think he's lost in the wrong folder. You're right. Alright, let's do that. I'm gonna close cursor because it's on crack, and I'll open it again. Okay, we are developing a restaurant website with Next.js and CDN using the Juno platform. We have a main website and an admin section where I can sign in and sign out to enter the menu. Make it cool to create a fresh design. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Yes. Oh, should I click? What? Okay. I start redesigning the landing page and ambush page with a cool monster and restaurant design. Yeah, that's cool. Go on. Yeah, because that's not exactly beautiful. Alright. Ah. But it did not have tailwind, so shouldn't we done that? Oh. Accept all. Ooh. Ah, ok. Yeah. La tavola fresca. Ah, okay. We are a modern Italian dining experience. Okay. The restaurant that's really important for me is the rabbit. Okay. So here I can sign in and sign out. And we want to implement add menu. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Okay. We want to implement the add menu item now. Okay, so it creates an interface and I guess he will start the form. I wonder if we will catch that it has to use the data store. Let's see. But we see that he already had set doc, so maybe he's going the right direction. Okay. What do we have here? What? The export collection was not found. Ah. Okay, change this collection menu. Why did that? So weird. Remove. Yes. Okay. And now the collection. How do I create the collection? Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Data store at collection menu. Okay, so we are good. So data store at collection menu. Okay, I created the collection. So ooh. Okay, so what do we want? The dish name. Spaghetti. I forgot the H, I guess. Description. Mamma mia. Price. Cheap. Really cheap restaurant. And here we're gonna do add menu item. Menu item added. So if we go here. Yeah. Not too bad, right? Okay. Yes. And all right. Now, okay. Here we want to see the signature dishes, right? Accept. So, oh, that's so bad in terms of design. Pizza Napoli. What do you say? Fabulous pizza. Price $2.50. All right. That's so bad. It's crazy. All right. On the home page, the signature dishes should list the menu. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's awesome. Yes. I mean, both works at the same time, you know, like you have the, when you have the front end, then you tell it to do the back end, and I mean there he should be able to add a list doc without problem. I don't know, just a bit slow. I think the big problem that we had is that he was searching in the wrong folder at the first, but now you see here he picks list Juno and so on, and I mean he just put everything in a single file for some reason. But forgot that he has to use client, and I mean, here we have our two dishes. Okay. When I enter a menu or an item in the menu, I want to be able to upload an image of it. Oh, that's bad English, but yeah. Oh, it's nice to see he picks that we want to use the storage. That's super. Yes, go. Okay, so spaghetti. Ooh, that was nice typo. Okay, spaghetti. No, this one is better. I want this one. Wow. So spaghetti, right? So did he did it? Yes. Doesn't upload file result returns the URL. Great question. I just added the GS doc this morning. Are you sure? Yes, but that's incorrect. If we have a look here, we should see download URL. You see, I added that literally this morning, so we should have used that. Right, accept. Right, so when I'm logged in, there is no link to the admin on the home page. Either and only visible if signed in. Doesn't matter. Right. Okay. Ooh, fancy. Okay, so spaghetti. Oh, mamma mia. Okay, 8. But there weren't no. So I know what's the issue, but so this guy added an upload file somewhere. Okay, we need to fix that. Yes. Accept. Should I create that collection image? Yes, he said the storage, so that's good. Right, so where were we? Right, and here if I refresh, ooh, you should not use image because that's not supported with the client mode, which is unrelated to Juno, right? Expect the fact that yes. I wonder if that's correct. I have no idea. Okay, let's see. Oh, that starts to be really complicated. I mean, I will double check that. I had it. Double check. Right. So. Okay. And what did it did? Okay, I know what's the solution, but it's always interesting to see. You see, that's the proper URL. So that's so annoying. Okay, so while doing that, I will clean up everything. All right, and yes, I don't care. It's not really. Yes. So upload file, then it does that. Yeah, it's a bit, I mean, he literally gets the answer from here, so it's not, but yeah, I guess it's about just making stuff happen, right? So here we don't have dishes, and if I go in the admin section, right, what's wrong here? Okay, that might be a bug on my side, I have to say, because here it's just a slash is missing, but even though that's incorrect, so what did he did? Ah, yeah, the collection is missing here, you see? So I'm just debugging because I'm not sure if the issue is me or cursor, and might be me. So yeah, the error is me, you see? Okay, we'll fix that afterwards, which is relatively weird, but at least I've got an example. So alright, do we have still time? Okay, we're just gonna try something to see if it works. On the main page, instead of the list of menu, I want a statistic. How can we compute those? Maybe with serverless function. Not next function, but Juno serverless function. Ooh, that's fully wrong. Crazy. So he's supposed to find Juno the init, right? Because he literally linked the proper page, I guess. this one. Here, that's the command it's supposed to say. Ooh, that's so bad. Wow. All right. Let's try it for him because he doesn't seem to find it. It's so dumb. No, he find it. That's so crazy. No. Check out the example. Funny that it worked yesterday and not today. I started writing the examples here. So here you have examples of front end for each apps. But I literally started today writing the serverless function. So at some point we will be able to just copy paste the example here and say, hey, that's how you do it, you know. So yeah, yes, 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 yeah, yeah, yes, exactly. Yeah, it's not crazy complicated. Yes. Yes, I'd rather like you to fix it for sure. Yes. So, collection stats. How do I? Okay, let's doc. Let's help it since we have 5 minutes left. So I wonder if I should not add a button like copy paste the doc or something for the LLM, you know, that you can just copy this and then go here and say up, and this way you should find the documentation. Yes. Yes, I don't want to confirm all the time. So what it does, list, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, set doc. Okay. Yeah. I think it will work once, but not twice. But I mean, at least we can try once. So what should I do to now? Because it should say that I should build it, no? No. No. He has trouble like here, that's for deploying the front end. Anyway. So, right. So if I go to admin, and this, that's great. So it did not work out because for some reason he filters something that does not exist. What did he do? Result. No, so shouldn't you decode the data? Right, I'm not too surprised that the serverless function is a bit bumpy, because since the examples are not yet documented, I guess it's a bit harder to find how it works, right? But still, I mean, yes. Alright. So maybe it's gonna be better, not sure. Zack. Right. Still an error with image URL, so I guess that cannot read property image URL of undefined. I guess this, yeah, but he used any here, he should have declared types. Alright. Right. But, I mean, just a few days old, so not too bad neither. So, the good thing is it managed to find easily the local development. It understands the data store and the storage. Of course, here we don't have image because something is broken again. I'm gonna need to fix that download URL. And we still have an admin where I can enter stuff and images. And yeah, right. So I'll continue to iterate, and I will document this example, fields of 1-2 things, but I'm happy if anyone want to give a hand. So that means that you use those llms.txt data, whatever it is, just to ask question or to vibe code something. And then if you have an error, like if the AI is not able to continue on it, it would be nice if you reach out and you tell me, look, that was my prompt, I entered this and that and this, and it did not find it. Because it's basically what I do is like, I go through those prompts and I took note of what does not work, and then I go through the documentation and I try to modify the documentation to have, like, at the end, the path that is understandable for the AI. So enough content and a path. I'm not an expert, but I feel like it's always a bit better every time. Right. So yeah, we can try again next week. Maybe if you also have idea of stuff that we can try to code without being too crazy right now, right? So thanks for having joined the call. Hope it was funny enough, and we see each other next week. Bye bye.